My boyfriend's reflection blinked, but he didn't. 5 minutes later, all alone in my apartment after a long day of work, I was ready to relax. That is until I heard the key to my apartment door. Oh, no, not him again. For those of you who haven't met him yet, let me introduce you to my cute, sweet, nerdy boyfriend, Jason! We met last month at my favorite comic book store. I was immediately taken by his vast knowledge of all things Marvel and DC. And let's be real, those biceps didn't hurt either. But lately, he's been acting kinda weird. Like when we went to a Waffle House last week, he kept making these waffles for me. It was so sweet! But then I started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, maybe it was a little weird. Anyway, tonight I had an early bedtime, so I decided to brush my teeth and get ready for bed in the bathroom instead of the sink in my bedroom. As I was brushing my teeth, Jason came in after me and turned on the other side of the sink. Before I knew it, we were brushing our teeth side by side in front of the mirror.
Our mouths both full of foam. I looked over at Jason and caught his eye.
He smiled at me, and for a moment, everything was perfect. That is, until I saw what was happening in the mirror. His reflection wasn't smiling back at me. In fact, his reflection just blinked. Whoa. I blinked a few times myself, but he didn't blink back. Was I tired? Was this Jason blinked in the mirror? Then he blinked again. Was I imagining things, or was his reflection moving on its own? Determined to get to the bottom of this, I went back to the bathroom that night for round 2 of the blink test. I stared directly at my own eyes in the mirror and started faking blinking like a robot. Jason walked in on me and laughed. "What are you doing?" I stopped my charade and shrugged. Nothing. Just testing the system. You know, like the CIA or Area 51? He joined me at the sink and leaned in to give me a kiss. "You're adorable when you're trying to be mysterious." As he turned to leave, I noticed his reflection lagged slightly behind him. Did he see that? I hope he didn't notice. I didn't want him to think I was crazy. We spent the next few hours watching a movie together. The room was dimly lit, and I was getting cozy under my blanket with a bowl of popcorn. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. Jason got up to get it, and I settled back down on the couch. I don't remember if it was 10 seconds or 10 minutes. I was startled when I saw the TV screen behind me. There was a reflection of Jason walking behind me. I whipped around, but of course, there was no one there. "Who was that?" I asked Jason as he came back into the living room. "Who was what?" He looked confused. I pointed at the TV. "On the screen, it showed you walking behind me, but I didn't see you." He looked at the screen and then back at me.
"Oh, you must have imagined it," he said with a shrug.
Well, I may have imagined it, but I wasn't imagining what happened next. As soon as Jason went to the kitchen to get more popcorn, I ran to the bathroom, staring directly at my reflection in the mirror. I asked, "Did you just walk behind me?" Startled, I jumped back as Jason appeared behind me in the mirror. "Did you just smile?" He turned slowly to face me and blinked once, twice, then he smirked. "What? No. Why would you think that?" I guess I'd been staring at the mirror too long because my suspicions were through the roof. "Your reflection moved, and it smiled, but you didn't," I stated, hoping that he understood what I was saying. "Oh, you mean Mirror Jason?" He finally gave me an answer, but not before keeping me in suspense. Well, he does have free will. He just likes to watch. When he said it like that, it made me feel better. But it also made me feel worse. Because if Jason was okay with his reflection watching us, that meant he was okay with us being watched. Uncomfortable, to say the least. I quickly ended things with Jason, but not before catching one last glimpse of him in the mirror. Even though he was staying perfectly still, his reflection smiled all on its own. As I walked out of my apartment, I glanced back. His reflection was still there, smiling mischievously. I broke up with him, but when I did, His reflection smiled. And he didn't. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.